Kitty is courageous, she's real, and she's very generous. She connects with people amazingly well. She has a great capability for visioning and a great capability for executing the vision.
She's someone who's not going to give up on something, once she's put her heart into it. Kitty was always thinking outside the box. She thinks with her mind, obviously, but also with her heart. And I think the last word, and probably the most important, is fearless. And by that I don't mean that she doesn't fear things, because we all fear things, but I think she doesn't let fear stop her from doing the things that she wants to do in life.
She genuinely cares about people. I think one of the things you notice when you meet her is how directly she's speaking to you and with you, and how much she wants to establish a connection. And that's the real part that I think makes her pretty unique.
The very last thing I did my last semester at UH was probably the thing I would never thought I would ever use, and that was I took an improv class because I had some extra credits. And in the course of that class, the professor said, "I'll give you guys an A if you go audition for Rap Replinger's new comedy troupe."
She tried out with no expectation to make it, and she was selected. And that experience of going through improv, I think, was cathartic for her. She really came to understand how exhilarating it could be. It was, of course, she had to confront her fears, as we all would in an improv setting. She used that fear to become better.
Rap picked me to be in the comedy troupe, and that's probably one of the most relevant things in what I do today. I'm a firm believer you should always be doing things that push the envelope, make you feel a little bit of fear, make you test yourself. I think that's what makes life really, really interesting and fun. My younger child got very ill, and it took me on a course. It just was a big turn, and I got involved for 8 years in starting the Ronald McDonald House. And it was probably the most amazing thing I ever did in my life, and I still feel that way in terms of community involvement. And I feel like, sometimes you have to get off the big plan that's out there, and you need to look around and say, what do I care about? What do I want to do right now, not later, when, if? And go at it full tilt, and you'll be surprised what else that might open up for you. And that's exactly how my life has flowed.
I think her time here at the university was a very important time in her life. She had a young son, and she was coming back to school. So I think she really valued her education. And she's very smart, and she did very well in school, and she really applied herself. So I think she saw the university as something that gave her the opportunity to pursue what she's pursued in life. She's touched so many facets of the community. Some people do just one area or another, and so the fact that she's touched so many areas, her reach is just really broad, I think, in the community.
If you had a big task ahead of you, you'd want her on your team.
Starting with the university and the people I met there, I began to connect with this place, Hawaii, in a way that has given me a wonderful place to raise my kids, a gratifying experience, a chance to be part of something, that is an amazing place, and to learn so many things here. And I would just say a wonderful life. I've spent my entire adult life here, and it started at the University of Hawaii.
If the university were a parent, and sometimes I look at it that way, and we're all her children, all of us alums, yeah, I'd be awfully proud of Kitty and everything that she's accomplished. And so she deserves it because of what she's given back, to the community, all the various facets of the community.
The Chinese have a statement that women hold up half the sky. And I think when it comes to Hawaii, you might almost say that Kitty Lagareta has held up nearly half the sky for a long time for our community. And it's always service from the heart.
When I look back and I think, as short as life can be, I'm so glad that you're being honored in this way, because you've been not only a wonderful friend to me over the years, but you've done so much for the entire community. Presented yourself as a role model in the most positive way for so many people, certainly a lot of young women in the community, but not just young women, for everybody. As the father of 2 daughters, I'm very hopeful for them because of some of the trails that you've blazed. And so I'm proud of you as your friend, and I think this is really deserved.
Wendy and I send our heartiest congratulations and best wishes on this richly deserved honor. Kitty, you're the best.